It's all about what do you value, and it's all about your priorities. Now, everybody's got their priorities mixed up. One time, they say they want to be famous and a millionaire, and next minute, they're in the bookies. Do you know what I'm saying? People are working against themselves. And it's only until you look at yourself and start asking the big questions like, what do I want? Who am I? What do I want to do? Then things will change.
People, it's the One Devotion. You're now watching the Daily Devotion Podcast, the space where we connect and engage with creators from various industries to share insights on their journey thus far. First and foremost, all I can say is big mood, big energy. I've got a guy who's is like a hot topic right now in Chef, entrepreneurial edge, say antique lover.
Yes.
And I'd also say the gold gambit.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to use that one, you know. Yeah, man, that's me, bro.
Man like Milo, how you doing for what you're saying?
Good, fam. Thank you so much for having me on the show, man.
It's blessed, man. Fam, I'm just gonna be honest. Over the past couple weeks, I think since start of lockdown, you've just been literally hammering content, back to back for so long. It's only right because you're making a lot of noise right now.
Yo, bro, I'm just like, I'm doing what I love, and then life has just started to reward me. But it's all about self-improvement, and it's all about either you repeat what you do or you evolve into something new. That's it, bro.
Look at him. No, big energy. It's 2 minutes in. He's with it. No, I just want to commend that as well, because obviously I feel like you've just come out of not nowhere, because people in Sheffield will know you. You obviously spit, obviously do a bit of music as you have before. Obviously a charismatic guy.
You know,
big energy.
Yeah, man, energy. All about them energies.
So, well, go on. How's life?
Yo, bro, for the minute, life is good. But ups and downs, you know what I mean? But I hit a low point. And when I hit that low point, I realized that, like, for me to change as a person, for a new world to exist, the old one has to be destroyed. I can't be two separate people, do you know what I'm saying? So I thought about this, and it started to annoy me, fam. I got this, like, burning in my head, like, I lost sleep over it. And all I want to do is push my ideas and be myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
I respect it. And I feel like you're saying that you can't be two different people in the same shell. And I like how you said, obviously, in order to kind of pursue a new life, a new persona, a new role, you have to let something die as well.
But it's not like dying, though. It's like reforming. Because in my mind, nothing ever really dies, bro. It just changes shape.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He's a sage. It sounds like a sage. I told you, coming like a sage.
It's real, man.
Off the top, again, fam, I just feel like you speak a lot about, you know, reform. You're in a suit. I think it's 23 degrees outside.
Yeah, but, you know...
that, to me, that is, in itself, that epitomizes separation. It shows what you're trying to do. You aren't trying to be the Joe Bloggs or the guy who's in a tracksuit. Not discrediting anybody in a tracksuit, because I wouldn't be wearing a suit
I used to wear them every day, fam. Every day, fam.
I would definitely not be in a suit today, but what I'm getting at more so is that you've separated yourself intentionally to, I don't know, ascend in a different kind of way, really.
Yeah, man.
And I respect it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, bro.
I respect it.
I love that, bro.
I respect it.
Appreciate it, man.
But obviously, I've known you for quite a few years.
Years, bro.
Might be out of 20 years.
Innit?
Obviously, Sheffield bred. What was it like growing up for you in Chef? Just briefly.
Yeah, well, it was difficult, bro. I'll tell you straight. Like, when I was younger, I never knew that I've got autism, right? And I've got a form of autism where you wouldn't really know unless you know someone who's got it. And it's like, it's to do with the way I interact with people. Because everybody thinks I'm confident, right? But I just don't get nervous. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's got this this voice in my head saying, oh, don't do that because some people will think this. I've never had that. And I just walk through life. When I meet someone, I talk to them like I've known them for years. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I was growing up, I was not popular. I was not popular at all. And I had this thing in my head that the world's against me. And I felt like the world owed me something. And all I was doing, bro, was just stuff I regret now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
So do you feel that your autism, in a sense, because you don't have this nervous edge or this kind of maybe
Common sense.
Common sense.
The doctors call it common sense. You say you don't have this.
Well, if that's what the doctor call it. But do you think that gives you your edge now, whereby you, obviously on Instagram and social, to speak so freely, energetically, charismatically, that's why people gravitate to you, bruv.
Yeah, man.
That's why you are doing so well right now in the views. So do you see that now as less of a burden as you did when you were growing up?
Now I see it as an advantage. Now I'm the only one to do what I do. Do you know what I mean? Like, so when I do my freestyling or my jewelry, I can't fail because I'm putting my heart and soul into something and I'm not doing it for him, her, whoever. I'm just doing it because I love it. And I just get rewarded from it. The universe will just keep giving to those who are willing to go look for it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's up to you as a person to get up and think, what do I want and where am I going? It all comes down, fam. This is what all comes down to, goals.
So
literally, it's all about goals, bro.
Let's go back then to when you said, obviously, what I do. What is it that you do?
Okay, so we buy and sell gold and silver, right? But the way we do it is like we pay the most by a 2% margin, right? And basically, other businesses come to my business to get stock for their shop.
Okay.
But the profit margin's actually smaller than you think. But if you're clued up, eventually you'd come to do business with us. Other businesses are all about the money.
When you speak of what your business, so what's it called?
The Chapel Jewelers.
Is it yours?
It's my mum's shop.
Okay, it's a family-run business.
It's a family business, innit?
Okay.
And it comes from rock bottom, bro. Like, we used to do car boot sales in, like, Chesterfield and Marsh Lane. And when I was about 7, me and my mum would go to the car boot and start looking for gold. And before we did the gold, it was antiques.
Sick.
But what my mum's done, she's always evolved and adapted. Because everybody thinks like, oh, I'm a jeweler, I grew up in this background. Been doing it like since I was 15, but before that, it was antiques. Before that, it was furniture. And it's just constantly changing. Like now we do handbags at the shop. Do you know what I'm saying? With second hand, we'll buy these handbags that cost a fortune and we can sell it second hand and you can get the same bag for cheaper. So you're going to come to us, do you know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah,
no, I
man.
appreciate it still. Shout out Chapel Jewelers, big up your mum, because I feel like evolution is what a lot of businesses lack, especially with the time that we've just had, COVID and whatever else.
Yeah, man.
Being able to adapt and evolve it's key. It's a key quality. So obviously it started as car boots. Your mum chose to do the gold thing. It went, well, car boots, furniture, gold.
Yep.
Now it's handbags, whatever else.
And still, and still like gold and silver. And then she's on a show called Dickinson's Real Deal on ITV. I don't know if you've seen it, but she's called Tracy. And I love my mum to bits. Shout out my mum. I know she's going to watch this one day. Anyway.
Hang tight, Chasey, man.
Hang tight, Chasey.
Hang tight, Chasey, man.
And the Chapel Jewelers. But yeah, man, it's all about progression and being good to your customers. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, all right then, cool. Because gold is gold. It's an asset. It's a measure of wealth, they would say. Mm-hmm. You've obviously got a couple bits and pieces on.
Yeah,
right?
man.
How old are you now?
I'm 26.
So when you was 15 entering the gold business, all of us wanted the chops. All of us have had a chain or of some sort of jewelry, a ring, a bracelet. Mm-hmm. Did being immersed in that environment make you, I don't know, somewhat materialistic? Especially being from, I don't know, humble beginnings.
Yeah, it did. At one point, it did make me very materialistic. But then, it's like, say like, you know, if you eat chocolate every single day, eventually you're not going to like chocolate anymore. You know what I'm saying? So because I was around jewelry every single day, eventually I thought, I'm doing this to copy people. So I got rid of it and stuff. And I also, I started selling it, like selling the jewelry online and whatnot. But yeah, materialism is a problem of our generation that I have suffered from.
So, do you know what, straight in, I was just about to get onto that. Do you think now, yeah, talking about our generation, that jewelry, not jewelry in a sense, but assets, gold, you know, bust downs, have got a massive impact, especially within the black community, because that's how they measure their worth. In essence, I come into your shop if I'm not insecure, if I'm just quite. I think all of us on the road, all of us are always going to be on the road to endless self-discovery. But if you're early into that journey and you're seeing all these lucrative things around you, gold, bust downs, watches, rings, bracelets, big swingers, I know that's going to affect my mentality. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's actually the case, that young black boys measure, not just black boys per se, but young men in particularly, are measuring their worth against, you know, jewels?
Yeah, bang on. That is what's happening. And I've thought about this before, right? And fam, it's all to do with the image. And it's all to do, once more, with role models. When I was younger, man was watching 50 Cent. Straight up, he was my favourite rapper. Get Rich or Die Trying. I wanted to be like this guy, man. I used to sing his songs, but I didn't have a man around the house when I was growing up. So then, subliminally, he became one of my role models. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is one thing that I've realised. Improper role models will only install improper values. And that's the problem with our generation. Everyone's looking at Kim Kardashian or whatnot, or these people that have bought X amount. When in actual fact, the reason they're spending their money like that is because they don't know what to do with it.
So as a man who's obviously in the game, what do you do with it? If I had 10 jibs, 10 quid, and I said, look, Milo, where am I supposed to, how am I supposed to make this grow? What would you recommend then?
Right, so
to people of this generation? Save
at least 10% of what you earn.
Sound like my grandmother coming with pardon the talk.
I don't know, it's true though. It's the facts, bro.
Oh, the sauce, give her the sauce.
Another thing, don't tell anybody how much money you've got. Yeah? Save when you can, but you can't take it to the grave. So there's a balance between it. Do you know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is,
like, money is a tool. It's not the goal, it's just a tool. Do you know what I'm saying?
But obviously, if I wanted to have, I don't know, make an investment in your shop, and I've got 10 quid, where would I put that? In a watch? In what?
With 10 quid, this is what I'd do. You'd come in, you'd go, hi, can I have a look at the trade silver? And then we're the only place in Sheffield that sells silver for £1 a gram. Do you know what I'm saying? £1 a gram. This is all different jewelry bits and whatnot. So you could get a pendant and a chain. It weighs 3 grams, 4 grams. It's small and light, but that's £3 or £4. You could make that £3 or £4, put it on Facebook Market or Instagram and make a profit. That's how you do it. You literally start small. You know, all great things in life, fam, they start small, you know. Whether it be a tree or a picnic or anything, it all starts really small and it grows to its full potential. But it has to start somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about getting in there, doing your research and think. You have another thing, no miracles happen without faith. You got to believe in yourself, man. Yeah, like that's what I think you should do personally.
No, I respect it still.
Or anybody.
Obviously, everybody types in Google at some point what stocks to invest in, what gold to invest in, Royal Mint, you know, Bitcoin, this and that, how to invest in this. Now, obviously, you're saying to buy silver, so are you saying that silver's more, it's more in the ascendancy than gold is?
Yeah. It's used in so many different industries, bro. Okay. It's used to cut steel. It's used in the medicine industry. And it's one of the only metals in the world that attempts to clean itself. So the oxygen reacts to the silver. And then what it does, it creates this black gunk around it. But the silver's just trying to clean itself. It's the way it preserves itself. And it's used in so many different industries. But the trick is, not a lot of people know this. It costs more to pull silver out the ground than it does to sell it. Wow. It doesn't make sense at the minute, because at the minute, last time I checked, it was £44 a gram. I say that wrong. 44p a gram for silver, last time I checked, right? It is so cheap, but it's used in every industry. I think it's because Britain is rich in it, personally.
Rich in silver coins, in terms of like the cutlery, the steel industry. That's
it. Everybody's got silver in the United Kingdom.
So, man, it looks like I have to stop buying the gold. Put down the gold chain. Put down the gold chain and get some silver. No, on a serious level though. So, silver's, because it's in more things, it has more purpose. Even though it's cheaper. So, what's the difference between me coming in and buying, what is he saying, 10 bags worth of silver in jewellery or in some kind of bullion, in some kind of, what do they call it? Is it retail?
Retail. Well,
or investment?
Well, this is the difference between retail gold and investment gold. So retail gold, you're buying the item for its work, what's been done on it. Maybe the diamonds put on it, the work done on it, the brand, right? This is retail. This is when you see these rappers saying, I spent $3 million on a chain. The chain's not worth $3 million. Yeah, that's what they paid for it. Okay. Now, investment gold, when you buy gold, closest as you can to its scrap metal value, you can gauge your profit. Do you know what I'm saying? You can keep an eye on it. And that's literally what the scrap price is what you're going to get for it. So as long as you know the scrap price, you've got knowledge and you can apply it instantly. But everybody just wants to be like the next rapper. They just want to buy something and not think about, when I want to sell it, what's going to happen? Nobody does that anymore, bro. It's mad.
It's true. One of my cousins, Samantha, shout out Sam, don't know, bought like a mum gave her I don't know the link of the chain. I know you were doing a video on Instagram with links and whatever else.
Yeah, man.
I don't know the link of the chain, but it's just a old school link, flat chain, quite long. Those days it was, I don't know, it might have been like, I don't know, £4, £5 a gram.
Yeah, it was £5 a gram, bro. You go back about 30 years, £5 a gram.
And you see now, the chain's worth
X amount.
A nice amount of money.
Yeah,
and it's not your
true.
big swinger. So I would say maybe just investing in something that's just untouched, not customized, not...
Yeah, invest in something that is solid.
Okay.
Because, you know, when you get these chains with stones in and whatnot,
Yeah.
if one of those stones falls out, you don't only have to pay for the diamond, you have to pay for the workmanship on it.
Yeah.
And to go and find a stone to fit that particular chain and link, it'll cost you upwards of £1,000. But the jeweler don't say this. If you're in a cluster, like this is a cluster, right? On these things, they're not made to stay in forever. I don't know who knows, I don't know who doesn't know, but it's temporary. When you get a solid piece of gold, right, this isn't going to alter. I can drop it, kick it, bash it with a hammer, its value stays the same. So it's always better to buy solid items rather than customize. If the stones are over a carat, it's a good idea. But if they're tiny, there's no resale value.
So it's straight on the solid gold.
Straight on the solid ones for the investments.
What is gold? Is it 925? That's
silver.
That's silver.
That's silver. That's silver. That
gold is 375 for 9 carat. What hallmark?
For 9 carat gold, it's 375, or it could be 9 CT.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But depending where it was made in the world, it has different hallmarks. Like the Americans, they put 10 carat. The Germans have 8 carat, and they put 888. But wherever you are in the world has a different hallmark.
So, outright, I know a lot of people that are just buying scrap gold. Well, not scrap gold, but spending a lot of money on 9 carat gold.
Yeah, man.
I was talking to my cousin the other day, 3M, and he said, bro, stay away from the 9. Invest in at least a 14 or a 18, or it's close. You can get up the ladder to that. Why is that? Because it's pure like Asian gold starts at like 18 carat or something.
With Asian gold, right? So it all breaks down to a catalyst. A catalyst was what goes into the metal. Okay. Our hallmarks are our guarantee that you get X amount of gold in your item. When you go to like Asia or India, they use dirt and sand for their catalyst. They're rich in gold. So the way they make it, it's an older method, but they lose more. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about hot furnaces. And when you've got a higher carat gold, so let's say it's £15 a gram for 9 carat. For 18 carat, it's double that. That's how it works. So the more gold content's in it, the value goes up. When you're buying gold from abroad, their standards are different to ours. So they say it's 24, but once I get my hands on it and give it a file and test it, it's 20. And then they say, oh, no, it's from India. But our standards are the best in the world. So that's how it is.
Our standards are the best in the world?
Our standards.
What, England?
England standards. Yes, man. For our gold standards are the best in the world.
I'm not really with England still.
It's one of them ones, man.
No, I know what you're saying. Sick.
Yeah, man.
So, all of this is obviously educational for those who want to know a bit about gold, investing in gold, what a profit is, don't know the catalyst, how you make it, what your margins will be if you go for, I don't know, something customs or whatever else. But you're also doing this thing, and I've seen it, and it's getting a lot of traction right now. And it's, I will teach you.
Yes.
Hashtag I will teach you. So speak on that. I will teach you. Hashtag I will teach you.
Yeah, man.
Speak on it.
So I thought of this one day, right? This is what before books, before the TV, before humans were actually educating each other, we've always done it through people. For us to learn, we need to be around people. And through lockdown, we've all been isolating and whatnot. Something occurred to me. You know, if you've got knowledge, regardless of what subject, it is your job to pass it on. And if you do this, you will get a level of respect and fulfillment that money cannot buy. You can't buy these things, you understand? And it's people either do it, they understand, or they don't. And the I will teach you is my effort to put my imprint on the world, bro. I want people to literally, you might never meet me in your life, but I taught you something. And when I'm gone, that will remain. And that's what I want people to remember me by.
I respect it, please.
Yeah, it's like, you can never live forever, but your knowledge and what you pass down, that will live forever.
It will live forever. And my responsibility as a human being is to pass on knowledge. Because that's what we've been doing for thousands of years.
Yeah, I feel like that is deep, fam, because I feel like a lot of people would say, what do you know? Who are you? You're 26. I got no life experience. He's just a flipping... He's a baboon, him.
You know what I mean? Literally.
That's what people would say, like, who is he? Like, who are you? Like, what? And it's those people with closed mindsets that do that as well.
Exactly.
And what really made me, and most people, as I said earlier, gravitate towards you is when you speak with, I know what I'm on about. That in itself is to me knowledge.
Yeah, man.
And I love how you just day in, day out, bro. The man's putting up photos, videos, every day. And I like how you put emphasis on, you know, when you're gone, your information will still be there. Your imprint on the world, your blueprint, your legacy will still be there. And I think what's his name? Andy Warhol says the idea is not to live forever, but to create something that will. And they live through that. Yeah, they live through that.
I'm gonna have to look up that, man. I need to look that up, bro. That's inspiring, that.
Andy Warhol. Yeah, man. If I can pronounce it right. So, how, obviously, I make content as well. And I find it hard to, you know, get up on camera, engage with people as much as I want to, you know. It's quite daunting, actually, if I'm going to be honest. It's not easy. It's a responsibility that you have to really carry it well. Do you ever get that, or does your, as you said, being autistic in a way just green light, foot flat?
Don't care.
Going through reds,
bro,
everything.
literally, I don't care. I've had people telling me to stop, and anybody come with bad man energy, all my negative problems, they're getting the brunt of it. Do you understand? I'm preserving myself. People telling me to stop, I can't stop. I generally think, you know, if I tried to stop, it wouldn't work, bro. I love this I want this more than I want to breathe. And that's why I will succeed. Straight up.
Do you think your mum's drive being such kind of like, she's revolutionised how she's approached the game from car boots, like I said, furniture, whatever else, bags, to them being on Dickinson's Real Deal. I used to watch that still at my grandmother's. Daytime TV, still. Daytime television, still.
Yeah,
but do you think your mum's willingness to just adapt and just always kind of be on something else, on something that can move her forward in the business and life, has that had a massive effect on you, do you think?
Yeah, man. It definitely has. And this is my personal philosophy, but we're all turning into our mothers. That's what I personally think. For the negative or the good and the bad, our parents are a reflection of us. Yeah, man. And some people move like they have no parents on a mad thing. That's why. And it's all about role models, who you listen to. But it's just life at the end of the day, innit?
So, obviously, I know you spoke quite a lot about role models, to be fair, and you're quite passionate about it. Who are your role models now?
This is going to sound arrogant and big-headed, yeah? But myself. I watch my own videos, bro, and I think, yo, that's sick. Even my antiques thing. I watch myself. I put the videos on YouTube, and I sit there, and I think, that's me on the TV there, you know? When I freestyle, when I do my rapping, I have no idea what I'm going to say. So when I do a new tune, it's new to all of us, because I didn't write that. This is my subconscious leaking out into reality. And, bro, it's amazing. Like, some of the bars I spit, I don't even know what I just said. And I have to wheel it back up to see what I just said. And I'm like, that's deep, that. Like, I'm my own biggest fan. I'm my own best friend. And I want everyone to have the same mentality.
Big energy and big mood.
Yeah, man. Big mood.
Big mood, big energy and big mood. But that's truly someone who's high on life. I think, anyway, without being all crazy, deep, philosophical, that is what it is. You are high on life. You're grateful. You're
Stable, safe. Yeah, man.
Inspiring, enthusiastic, charismatic, and they're all the things I think everybody should work towards having.
Yeah, man.
Especially a man who's obviously in the industry that has thousands, hundreds of £1,000s in and out, whatever else. It's refreshing to know that you still have those fundamentals, instilled. Now, in there, he spoke about antiques. What is it about antiques that actually really grabs you? Because I've always, Antiques Roadshow, everybody must have watched that once upon a time at your grandmother's on Sunday after Songs of Praise. After Songs of Praise. But I never ever... It's interesting to watch to see how things may go for, or the history or whatever else. It's got a story with it, but I never really thought young people were kind of involved in that. Nothing on the more wiser all, but yeah. What is it about antiques for you?
Right. So this is gonna get deep. I warn you, this is some deep, right? I'm gonna let you know. So in my mind, say like, this is my ring, right? This is my ring. But deep down, fam, we don't own anything. You just rent it, because you're dead soon. You understand? So when you see an antique, it has a story. It's linked in with history, innit? And once you learn something, for me anyway, once I learn about a particular thing that I'm passionate about, because if you think about it, everything eventually will be an antique. If it's preserved, it will be valuable. With age comes value. And history, from what I see, it repeats itself, I see the same things happening again and again and again. So I realized that all I have to do is go ask questions and learn. And that's how it works. And there's no right or wrong, which is very important.
Yeah, it's mad how you say everything will actually become an antique, because it does.
Everything. Even your bones. I've seen a human skull before at an antiques fair. A man's body was donated to science for the war, because they were testing mustard gas on prisoners. So basically your body gets donated to science, and they preserved his skull. And the science place went bust, and it ended up at an antiques fair. So I'm there at the fair holding a man's head. You understand? And the guy's telling me, oh yeah, he was donated to science, so it's fine. But this guy was in HMP. His body got donated for science for the war, and he was so interesting. And now it's head in my hand. So there's so many different elements to it, and everybody is interested in something. It's all about you thinking, right, I want to learn about antique guns, antique spears, antique cars, anything. There's something there for you, but you got to be willing to look. That's the only thing. You just got to get in there, have a look around, and ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions.
Respect it.
You know what I'm saying?
26, everyone's looking at Sky Dweller. Yeah. Or that date just to my man's in antiques fairs. Like it's nothing. I can actually see you, just the way how you present yourself, just the way, obviously, how smartly dressed you are, your knowledge for what you do, craft, jewelry, antiques. I could see you being like the face of antiques for the new age.
Yes.
Amongst like the man them. So when you said antique guns, antique cars, other things that would be more applicable to us, I could see you being the face of that. Have you thought about entering that market?
But I not only have I thought about it, on YouTube now, there's a show, my show, yeah, called Milo's Jewelry and Antiques Extravaganza. The show where I teach you about antiques, because I love it. no money involved. This is me going around. And if you listen to me, you will learn. So I'm so glad you see my vision, bro. Because all of this stuff, it was an idea in my head. And ideas are nothing unless we act on them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man said, what's it called again? The antique show that you got on YouTube.
It's called Milo's Jewelry and Antiques Extravaganza.
He's a serious guy.
And that's my show, bro.
I've got to respect it. I have to respect it because all you ever want is to see people, you know, really live out what they want to do. So many people in this life that we live, and I'm sure we've all been that person at some point, and probably will be in the future at some point. Most often than not, end up living a life that we don't really want to live. We indulge in the things that we don't really want to or need to indulge in, or that aren't even healthy for us. We surround ourselves with people that don't really enhance us as people. So to see a young man, a young black boy, you know, doing something that he loves, no matter if you even care about antiques or jewelry or gold or anything, take something away from this young man when he says, or when he demonstrates his love for what he does. You know what I mean? Like, he loves the sport that he's in. And a man who loves the sport that he's in, he won't only work hard enough in that field, I believe he'll be the best of the game. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, big up yourself, man.
I love and respect. Always, man. Thank you for having me, man.
And also on YouTube for something else. So, recently, I've been getting spammed, bro. Spammed every day. I go on my Insta, and I don't hate Insta, but sometimes I just need a purge. But I'm on my Insta lately. I'm seeing Milo every day. Freestyle. Playing it. It's like, yo, this is actually cold. Can't be a freestyle. It's just a tune called a freestyle, because growing up, that's what we called tunes that were just mishmash. We call them freestyle. But the man's probably got about, in the past, I don't know, 2 weeks, he's probably got about flipping 8, 9, 10 freestyles up.
18, fam.
This
18, bro.
Numbers.
18.
And the thing is, they're getting a lot of good numbers as well, which obviously it shows. Have you always done music? Because I think you did, what's it called now, that battle rap thing back in the day?
It's called Don't Flop.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
man.
That's the one.
Yeah, man. I love it. And I also did this thing called Duppy and Leave.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Sheffield battle rap type of thing.
Who set that up? Biz and them, man.
I think it was AK. Biz was involved. And shout out 𝐦𝐨𝐵𝐿, fam.
Don't know.
And but yeah, this is where I realised that I was good at rapping. Because I've always done the freestyling thing, but I never took it seriously. And I went to my first ever battle, somebody dropped out, and I wanted the event to go on, so I jumped in there. And I felt like a shark in the ocean. Yeah, I loved it, man. I was in my element. And that's when I realised, wait, I'm onto something, yeah? I think I'm good at this. And since then, yeah.
But you have had some time out of being actively rapping, whatever else. Obviously, life might happen, whatever else. We can speak on that in a bit. What was it that made you find this resurgence to just start freestyling? Because one element of you is Milo, Chapel Jewelers. Yeah, I do this, I will teach you this, not sick. And then the next day, I was releasing 2 freestyles that are absolutely dark. And you're like, what? And then his next post will be a jewelry one. And then 2 posts after that, what was it that made you, was there a thing like I don't know, a thought, an experience, a moment that made you think, you know what, I'm jumping back on this freestyling thing?
It was the moment where I figured out that I was good on video editing. Because all my life, I've been my own worst enemy. I always put myself down. Used to have loads of negative people around me. And everybody knows, like, you're only as successful as your friends, innit? But when your friends aren't really your friends, you're not going to go anywhere, bro. Like, my friends, they hear me rapping and that, and they're saying, oh, it's good, but you should write bars, though, man. You'd be better. And when I write my bars, I struggle. I've got dyslexia. I struggle with my reading and my writing.
Dyspraxia as well.
Yeah, dyspraxia, and I'm ambidextrous. So like something so simple with me, like everyone thinks, oh, you're really clever. I get confused with my left and right all the time because to me, both hands are the same. And yeah, man. But as soon as I realized to be my own best friend, Skepta did it, bro. I watched the Skepta video, bro. I think he's took it down now. And he was talking about being your own best friend. I applied that to my life and everything changed.
And you spoke about video editing as well. Your videos are actually sick because I think, is it like anime or something?
Yeah,
Is
man,
like
it's anime.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
them kind of things there.
Naruto.
Naruto.
A lot of the stuff I grew up with watching. And one of my videos, it's my favourite fight scene. And for years, bro, I've been watching these anime things. My friends said, don't watch them, man. It's rubbish, man. It's cartoons. But they never looked into it, so they never saw how good it was. But my videos now, I've got them all watching anime. They're like, what is that Naruto? I'm going to watch that, man.
So my little cousin Joshua, Josh, shout out, Buster, come on. He loves anime.
Yeah, man.
Serious. He loves it in Jamil. Free Jam, my cousin.
It does.
Stories are mad.
Yeah,
It's violent.
Trust me, it's crazy. Like,
It's
one thing
actually
Naruto taught me is never give up. Believe it or not.
Never
That
give
came
up.
from an anime, not anyone else or TV from anime, not in school or anything else. Anime taught me never give up, and he taught me how to apply that word in different situations. Like, anime.
So
is
do
the best
you-
thing.
Do you, sorry to cut you from that, do you think that the reason why kids are so fixated on the telly is because to parents, like, it's nonsense, it's glued to it. But when you're now saying anime, not school, not anime taught me never to give up, that's obviously flipping, like, I don't even know, it's just like a life lesson
Education.
from a cartoon.
Education.
So I was saying now that TV is not really that bad and all these youths on tablets are watching the animes. Devil's advocate.
It depends. It depends how it's applied, to be fair.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, nothing's ever really good or bad. It's how you use it, how it's applied, what you take from it.
Yeah.
TV is not bad, but how it's presented to us from a young age, it is damaging to our minds.
Yeah.
But if it's applied right, let's say you've got a kid, you will let them watch TV, let's say 30 minutes a day or an hour a day. But depending on what they watch, is it educational or what they gain from it? What energies are they gain from it? So there's a lot that goes into it.
But fam, I respect it. But you see what? When I was growing up and I was watching Dragon Ball Z, I'm seeing yeah. The energy I was moving with now, I thought I was the man, bro. Come on, cutting off my socks and having all the
Wristbands.
wristbands.
Yeah, man.
Man didn't have long money like that. To be like, Mom, I want some nice sweatbands. Man can't do them things there. So I hear what you're saying. Everything in moderation. Like anime, yeah, that's dark.
Yeah, man.
So off the back of that, you've been on, was it TV? Was it radio?
Yeah, I was on Stay Busy Radio. Big up the radio station. Go check that. I'm on loop there now. The guy put me on loop yesterday. So yeah, shout out Stay Busy Radio. Ratings, thank you. And the man heard my tune, messaged me, but I didn't, because my DMs are a bit mad at the minute. I didn't get to talk to him. So he commented on one of my posts saying, check your DMs. Checked it, sent him my number, and he asked permission to go and for him to play my music. And I thought, oh, it's only a little channel. It's 𝐥𝐤𝐬's radio station, bro. It's 𝐥𝐤𝐬's one of my favorite rappers, and it's his thing. It's his setup, and
no, that's dark.
it's mad.
That's dark. That's dark.
Like
that's dark.
I'm mad. Like
dark.
It's crazy, man. And that's just from me doing my thing. Not relying on anybody. If you want to learn how to do something, learn. Nowadays as well, big thing this. You see this thing right here, fam? This guy has all the information we've got in the world, and everyone's got one of these with them, innit? But not half of the people apply it to their life. If you want to learn something, fam, we just Google it. That's what I do. I didn't go university. I got kicked out of college. I got used in school. But anytime I wanted to learn something, Google it. YouTube it. So it's only right that I make videos doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
like just to point out point, another thing that I said with phones, again, everything with moderation. See how he uses his phone to benefit himself, but someone can use his phone to destroy yourself.
Yeah, it's true. It's one of those
It's all
things
about how
where
you use it, yeah.
all of us have been there, but I'm just like, yo, newsfeed, double tap,
Literally.
share, double tap, scroll, bro. An hour could go. Obviously, I might engage with an odd couple posts, but an hour can go, and I feel like I am now being a lot more productive with my time if I am on social media, but I still do find it daunting. And I think it may be because of that very reason that there's so much going on. At times, even though I know that I should be posting more content or I should be engaging, I don't really know how. I only know how to scroll and like and shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But there are ways to, obviously, as you're saying, to learn, and obviously in the position that you're in, share that knowledge. Did you have a question, Pete?
Yeah.
Paris up north.
He's already asked you this question before about growing up and things like that, but I just wanted to get a bit more specific. So, like, growing up in Sheffield, what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them? It doesn't have to be all the challenges, but specific ones that you really remember. What challenges were there and how did you overcome them? And
I was homeless. I've never worked for anybody. I've never been able to get a job before because of my disability. I found out when I was 23 that I was disabled. But before then, my mother think I'm bad. Everybody think I'm just a bad you. And as mad as it is, bro, like I did road on a mad thing. I was involved in cuckooing. Like I was working for man, they were dropping me off places. And the people that were forcing me to do this, because when I look at it, I was groomed into it. I got kicked out my mum's yard. I have no family, no one to help me. And
Can't go nowhere, really.
I got manipulated. And that's how it actually started, as mad as it is. And then obviously I've done my own thing with it. But if it wasn't for the road, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Because this is where my drive comes from. I just take the same energy and put it in a positive place. Do you know what I'm saying? This is much easier as well. Nobody gonna try to kill you or anything for being yourself. But I was trying to be someone else that I'm not for years. And I mean, like, it almost killed me, literally, man.
And is that one of the hardest battles that you think you've faced today? Obviously, life is life.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the hardest battles. That I lost my stepdad as well. He died in a car crash, and a lot of my drive, I'm trying to fill in for him. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. My mum, obviously, they've been married for a long time, and with him gone, I need to step up as a man to look after my family and my mum. And he was an amazing silver dealer. It's called Richard Howitt. Love him to bits. But yeah, when he died, I realised that this is my job now. When I think about work, I don't think about, I'm going to work. I'm looking after my family. And that's where it comes from. And that's where the drive comes from. It all comes from loss. And this is the rebound. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the
climb back.
The U-turn. Climb back.
Climb back, man.
Yeah, man. The rise.
No, I respect it because obviously, as we know, life experiences the shape us, innit?
Yeah, man.
And depending on I won't even say how resilient you are, because everybody has a moment in life where they'll be at a point where they feel as if they can't continue.
Rock bottom.
I don't feel resilience comes into it. Rock bottom, precisely. I think as long as you're open to know that things can change, there is possibility on the other side of that, whatever you're going through, then you could also be sat in a place like Miles where he feels that he's high on life. He's grateful.
Literally.
He's
blessed.
Blessed is pursuing his...
Blessed.
That's inspiring, like, because even with the times that we're in now, like, a lot more youth, a lot more younger people are doing road, like you said, like, kind of madness. Like, it's just amazing to see how, like you said, you yourself, I didn't even know that you were in that situation, and it's amazing to see that you managed to get yourself out and be this person that you are today, again, teaching people, educating people, like, inspiring, changing people's lives, because you never know what you might say to someone or what you just taught them, how that could change their lives, man.
Yeah, man.
I respect it.
Obviously, go on.
It's crazy, yeah, because like I always wanted to go to university, and my family and my friends know I'm not smart enough because you have to reach a set standard. I never thought that I'd be a teacher, but I'm a teacher now, regardless. That's how it is. If you want to do something, don't need no certification from next man or government or business. Learn, do it. Literally. That's what I aspire to do, and that's what I'm doing. Eventually, I'm going to have people coming around saying, oh, you're not qualified, this, that, and then they see my bad mind. Isn't it? But until that happens, obviously, until that happens.
I said the bad mind. Nah, man, good energy, man. Boy,
Yeah, man.
For a young man yourself, you are very wise. You are knowledgeable. You are insightful. You are, inspiring. You're a dreamer. You're a doer. You're a teacher. And I love this segment of the podcast because I want to know, like, what are some of your mantras? What things do you live by? Like your principles, because people may watch this or see your videos and think, what ingredients has he got? Like, where is his source of inspiration coming from? What are the minerals he uses to help him become this person?
It's all about what do you value, and it's all about your priorities. Now, everybody's got their priorities mixed up. One time, they say they want to be famous and a millionaire, and next minute, they're in the bookies. Do you know what I'm saying? People are working against themselves. And it's only until you look at yourself and start asking the big questions like, what do I want? Who am I? What do I want to do? Then things will change. But a lot of people are their own worst enemy. And you can't help anyone if they can't help themselves. My self-belief and all my drive and this energy, fam, you know where it comes from? Self-love. Literally. I never loved myself before, I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror, right? And now I can tell myself that I am proud of myself. I'm amazed of what I've done, and it's not over yet.
No, it's
Not over yet.
Big mood. I told you.
Trust me,
Energy. I told you. So it's like, why?
And another thing, fam, like everything, like whether you're in a good mood or a bad mood, it's temporary. As humans, I think we've got this way of labeling situations and times as our life as, oh, it's the bad time. But without bad, there's no good. Balance. A lot of people don't know this. And everything is temporary. You go through grief. You go through pain. Our life should be an exciting journey. A man should wake up and be happy and excited to get out of bed in the morning and do his job. If you ask, say you get 20 man, you ask him, why do you go to work in the morning? 19 out of 20 man will say, I don't know.
Bill afipia, man.
They'll say, I need to pay my bills, or I'm doing it because he's doing it. But the actual fact is, if you're not working in a job that you love, you're killing yourself, bro. If you're just in it for the money, it's not going to work because you as a person, you're jumping through hoops. Now, if you love your job, it's an exciting adventure. Every day, it's like, what am I going to do next? I am in control. No one can tell you nothing. And it's freedom. We are, yeah, man. I do feel like we're raised to be consumers. With we go to school, get GCSE so you can get a job at Boots. And it's like, why don't they teach man how to handle our money or to start our own businesses or intelligence that is measured in a different way? But for the minute, I think we live in a consumer society. There'll be a few of us that will break the mold eventually.
I think you're already one of them. Still sound like a sage in life.
Trust me, man.
Larger than life still, larger than life. I want to just, if you could leave a message for your listeners or for a young person or for anybody that's trying to do something in life, regardless of what it is, what would that message be?
Don't give up.
Man said,
No matter what, don't give up. Make it your priority. You become what you think about. If you really want it, don't stop thinking about it. And then this is a law like gravity. What goes up must come down. If a man has a purpose or anybody has a purpose and that's all they think about, it will become their reality. I don't know how, bro. Man don't speak about these things, but you want to be a bad man, you think about bad man. All these negative things, you'll become that. You want to be a businessman, think about business 24/7, you'll become that. And that's just the way it is. It's like gravity, it's a law, but it can't be broken. Now, a lot of people, they've got these ideas, but they want to be something else at the same time, 100 different other things, and they end up going nowhere in their direction.
I think a lot of that is just about defining what direction you want to go in and double down on that. So as you're saying, if you want to be that guy who's out here, just understand that you will probably become that guy who has to deal with everything that comes with that lifestyle. Regardless of what guy you want to be or what girl. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just large up, man. It's been insightful, fam. It's been funny.
Love it.
It's been it's been charismatic. It's been it's knowledgeable. And as you said, I will teach you. #I will teach you. Type that on an Instagram. #I will teach you. It's this young man right here.
That's me, bro.
But guess what, fam? All this talk about bars and that. Yo, give me a freestyle in it off the dome. This is
right now, yeah.
First. I've never done this before, so yeah. Go through, guy.
Yo, our country is divided. Pick a side in opposition. But I see contradictions in the rules that we were given. In the UK, set people talk, but they never saw the vision. I was thinking how to use my intuition on a podcast. What's the show called, fam?
Daily Devotion.
Daily Devotion, stepping on the motion, domino effect when I set it into motion. One time, I put my soul on a line and I bring it back. It's Milo, a freestyle thing on a podcast, trying to spit a track. So, all the people, look after yourself, fend for your family and your wealth, and love yourself. Recommend. It's Milo telling you to be your best friend. 𝐷14. Yeah, I don't know.
Freestyle off the dome.
The dome.
Yo, off the dome. Wow, that was cold. Where can we find you? Where can we get more of your content?
All you gotta do, you go on YouTube, you put in Milo, RLD. You go on my Instagram, it's at Milo_Sheffield, or I'll put at the Chapel Jewelers in Instagram. Or on Facebook, Milo RLD. But if you put 9 letters, Milo RLD on YouTube, you'll see me anywhere in the world. Only 9. You see me? So, me there anyway. Thank you, bro. I appreciate this opportunity.
Blessings. Stay tuned. Daily Devotion Podcast. Shout out Pirates Up North on Cam. You know what it is. Salute. He's a guy, commendable, still commendable. Yeah. Keep that piece, Kitty. Shout out Kitty as well. Shout out Kitty.
Yeah, man.
Keep that.